Airline passengers should be careful about what they think is their right and certain actions they take when they are in the vicinity of an aerodrome or when they are in the course of taking a flight. Whatever you do might be deemed punishable by what we call aviation law, which is also in cognizance with the law of the land. Whatever you think is your right, there are certain steps that need to be taken. And whatever you think the airlines have done wrong and you feel you need to take an action, you are not in your house. You cannot do anything dangerous, anything that is deemed an offense under the Aviation Act according to Tokyo Convention. So today on Aviation and Other Jargons, we'll be telling you about what is your right, what are the offenses that are captured under these laws, what your actions could result into. You know what it is, it's Aviation and Other Jargons. My name is Golf Oscar, and please don't forget to subscribe to this channel, like this video, and hey, drop your comment and press the notification bell. Based on various offenses and various reports and actions of passengers that have endangered properties, aircraft, even passengers on board, and based on report on the violent act of major personnel around the aerodrome, a convention which happened in Tokyo was done in order to talk about how those of what is deemed to be an offense, the actions that need to be taken by the commander, and also what are the penalties. And what was the aim of the Tokyo Convention? The aim of the Tokyo Convention is to protect the aircraft, protect the passengers, protect the buildings and properties, and to ensure safety and orderliness in the aircraft around the aerodrome in which or where the activities of aviations are being carried out. So some of these offenses are being listed so that whatever actions you take, as long as one or more of those actions fall under some of these listed offenses, then is deemed able to be punishable under what we call the aviation law, which is a law that is cognizant with the law of the land. And we need to be careful as passengers, as operators, as airlines, whoever you may be. As long as you're in the vicinity of the aerodrome, you have to take cognizance that any action taken by you is punishable as long as it is deemed as an offense. So what actions by yours truly or personnel around the aerodrome in the aircraft are deemed to be an offense according to the Tokyo Convention? And there are more, but I'll be giving you some which I think is relatable and you can easily know when this is right or when this is wrong. Number one, you don't need to be found drunk. You can't be drunk around the aerodrome or in the aircraft. Number two, you cannot be smoking in prohibited areas. Number three, failure to obey instructions and actions by the pilot in command in an aircraft that is to ensure safety is deemed and known as an offense. The next one is hijacking. Hijacking is a worldwide and well-known offense. Another one which is prominent and what is happening today is violence against passengers or crew of an airline or crew on board an aircraft. Is one of the most prominent one these days. People get angry and they decide to fight people around, even though if what is causing those actions most especially might be due to delay of aircraft. We talked about how to avoid flight delays in one of these episodes on Aviation and Other Jargons. You try to go through that, you'll be seeing the link, you try to go through that and see how you can avoid flight delays, and that will limit you fighting passengers and crew on board an aircraft. Destroying, damaging and endangering safety of an aircraft is also an offense, and it's a big envelope because the commander or the airlines might deem any action of yours to damage, to endanger or to affect safety of an aircraft. So you must be careful about actions you take even when you are angry. The next one is other acts by yours that might endanger or likely to endanger the safety of an aircraft. These actions are generic, so we have to be careful as passengers, crew, or any personnel around. Whatever you do, as long as it's being categorized as an offense, then it's a crime and you have to pay for it. So we have to be careful. So any act of yours that may be seen or may be deemed to be an act that will endanger the safety of an aircraft or likely endanger the aircraft, then you are gone for it. You will be punishable under the law. Violence action in relation to airport that is being used in serving civil aviation activities. Whatever your action may be, destroying computers, which is prominent here, right here in this country, you have a delay, you have issues, you don't even know, maybe delays due to operational reason, might be due to weather. At the end of the day, no airline is happy to keep you on ground. So when they think safety is the key and they delay your flight and you are so angry and you start destroying things, as long as you have a dangerous or violent act in an aerodrome that provides civil aviation, then it's an offense and you will be punished. And don't think it is a sabotage effort on you or other passengers. It is a law. It's a worldwide law, international civil aviation law. So we have to be careful about what we think is our right or the actions we take in whatever capacity, in whatever situation we find ourselves in an airport or in an aerodrome that is providing civil aviation. So what do we think, or how can we know that this is a law? The commander, who is known as the pilot in charge or the captain, while on board an aircraft, will be the one that will deem it fit to tell you that this is what is wrong, this is what is right. So as long as it depicts or probably tell you it is an offense, then you'll be handed over to the aviation securities, and from there you'll be punished or taken to court under the law. And majorly, most of these offenses are punishable under the law. It might come in different ways depending on the local civil aviation law in your land that may deem it fit to say this is the route they will go with regards to your punishment. It might be serving some terms, banned from those airports, banned from civil aviation activities, or even flying an aircraft. Even airlines ban passengers and say, no, we don't want you. This is what you have done for certain years. There are several ways you can be punished, but know that the moment it's deemed an offense, you are found guilty, then you can never win in court. You have lost it. So why don't we behave ourselves like gentlemen? When we think there's an offense, there are various avenues whereby justice could be gotten. So take those steps. You have your civil aviation authorities, take those steps, report the airlines, and be calm, because you need to be the right person on that aircraft. Because some of your actions might instigate some other passengers, which might endanger the pilot, might endanger the aircraft, might even endanger civil aviation, and might even bring bad name to even you thinking you're trying to prove you're right. So please be calm while you are going to take a flight. Take some necessary steps to avoid flight delays. Ensure that some of your actions is within the abeyance of the law. I think we have learned something today, again, on aviation and other jargons. Don't ever forget, like I said earlier, to subscribe to this channel, drop your comment, like this video. Press the notification bell so that every time we drop a video, and it's also a time to learn more about aviation, you get a prompt alert and you don't miss out on anything. So till next time, my name is Oscar. Bye.